LeBron James empowered the players. Now you see, guys, LeBron James is more powerful. That's what's rubbing people the wrong way, because LeBron James got something these guys never had. LeBron James has a Thor hammer, and when he swings it, the pendulum shifts. Skip, we need to stop this, Skip.
Shannon Sharpe just had his entire worldview shattered, and he doesn't even know it yet. For years, Shannon has been the self-appointed high priest of the LeBron James religion. Every debate, every take, every single conversation somehow circles back to defending LeBron's legacy like it's the 10 Commandments carved in stone.
Yeah, look, you got a LeBron jersey, though. That old fake goat you gave me for my birthday a couple years ago.
Yep.
This is the real goat.
The real goat.
Look at that. He got a crowd and everything. Spanky, you've been unbelievable.
But now, Luka Dončić is averaging 40 points per game in a Lakers uniform, rewriting the record books in ways LeBron never did at 25, and Shannon is stuck between his loyalty to LeBron and the undeniable reality staring him in the face. Luka might actually be better than prime LeBron ever was. And NBA fans? They're done with the excuses. Done with the mental gymnastics. Done with Shannon pretending Luka is just LeBron's sidekick when the kid is literally carrying the Lakers on his back while a 40-year-old LeBron watches from the bench with sciatica.
I'm a natural-born wide receiver, and he's a natural-born quarterback, so it fits perfect. You know, I've been running the floor and running lanes like pretty much my whole life, and he's been throwing great passes pretty much his whole life. So it's not hard to get a rhythm when it comes to that. You know, it's just all about eye contact and him being a great quarterback like he is, and me being the recipient of it. So.
If you're ready to watch Shannon Sharpe's LeBron narrative collapse in real time, hit that subscribe button now, because this controversy is about to get nuclear. Before we expose the hypocrisy, let's establish who Shannon Sharpe really is. This man has built his entire second career, his entire post-NFL identity, on one singular mission: defending LeBron James at all costs. It doesn't matter who's playing well. It doesn't matter what the stats say. It doesn't matter if LeBron goes 6 for 22 in a playoff game. Shannon will find a way to spin it as greatness. When LeBron won the bubble championship in 2020, Shannon said, "In GOAT, we trust." When LeBron missed the playoffs in 2019, Shannon blamed the young Lakers core. When Skip Bayless questioned LeBron's foot injury in 2023, Shannon lost it on live television, demanding, "Why is it when someone says something is wrong with LeBron James, you either say it's not that serious or he's lying?" This is the man who admitted on camera that Skip Bayless genuinely does hate LeBron and said Skip is terribly, sadly mistaken for thinking Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Larry Bird are greater than LeBron. Shannon doesn't just defend LeBron, he worships him, and that was fine until February 2nd, 2025. That's the night everything changed. That's the night the Lakers acquired Luka Dončić from Dallas in the most shocking trade in NBA history. And Shannon? He had no idea what monster had just been unleashed in Los Angeles. Let's talk about what Shannon said when Luka first joined the Lakers, because this is where the cognitive dissonance starts.
I would put it to you like this here, Legs. OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. With Luka playing like that, we got GOAT James. It don't matter. It don't matter. LeBron James, Luka Dončić.
Did you just say Lakers in 5?
Yeah, he's speaking like a fan now.
You better get drunk.
Yeah, he's speaking like
Something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Something wrong with you, Lakers in 5. Stop that nonsense.
Okay,
That's ridiculous.
I will say it one more time, Stephen A. Stephen A, one more time. Stephen, I want you to listen close. I want you to listen to Legs. OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
After Luka's dominant 32-point performance against Denver on February 22nd, Shannon went on First Take and proclaimed, "OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. When Luka playing like that, we got GOAT James, it don't matter. LeBron James, Luka Dončić, Lakers in 5. Sounds like Shannon's embracing Luka, right? Wrong. Listen to that quote again. When Luka playing like that, we got GOAT James. Not, we got Luka and LeBron. Not, we got the best duo in basketball. Shannon's hierarchy is crystal clear. LeBron is the GOAT. Luka is the supporting piece. But here's where Shannon's bias gets exposed. Just 3 days earlier, Shannon had downplayed Luka's fit with LeBron, saying, Luka is better on the ball than he is off the ball. LeBron James needs the ball, but LeBron can play off the ball. Luka might be the better player individually, but that don't mean that he's the best player with LeBron as a duo. Wait, hold on. Shannon just admitted Luka might be the better player individually, but then immediately walked it back by suggesting LeBron is still more valuable because he's more versatile off the ball? That's not analysis. That's damage control. That's Shannon realizing he just said something that threatens LeBron's legacy and scrambling to reel it back in. And the fans noticed. But forget Shannon's opinions for a second. Let's talk about what the numbers say, because this is where Luka absolutely demolishes the LeBron comparison.
Luka's slim now, but he just looking like he just gonna blow up. He moving like the calories are going up each move.
Like with him getting bigger?
Yeah, you gonna see it.
I see 40. The fact that he's like consistent with it. You just still doing it. Like every time he steps
Like
the court, it's 40.
We don't see that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gil.
What? I thought we established that this was gonna happen. You know, when everybody was calling him fat and he was averaging 28, 8 and 8 being fat. What happens when this fat man decides to get in shape? As a fat man, and everybody thought that was like, he's being stopped as a fat man. Y'all seem to forget what we're seeing is what we thought was gonna happen.
Through his first 5 games of the 2025-26 season, Luka is averaging 40.0 points, 11.0 rebounds, 9.2 assists, and 2.0 steals per game. He became only the second player in NBA history besides Wilt Chamberlain to score 40-plus points in his first 3 games of a season. Let me say that again. Luka joined Wilt Chamberlain in the history books, not LeBron. Wilt. And when you compare their ages, it gets even more embarrassing for Shannon's narrative. At age 20, Luka averaged 29.5 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 9.3 assists. At age 20, LeBron averaged 27.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7.2 assists. Luka had a higher true shooting percentage, 61% versus 55%, better win shares per 48 minutes, and a superior offensive rating, 119 versus 114. Even back in 2019, Shannon himself said Luka was better than 20-year-old LeBron when debating with Skip Bayless. But now that Luka is on the Lakers wearing purple and gold, Shannon conveniently forgets he ever said that. And here's the killer stat that Shannon refuses to address. Luka's career playoff scoring average is 32.5 points per game. LeBron's? 28th of May. Luka is averaging 4 more points per game in the playoffs than LeBron, the man Shannon calls the greatest playoff performer of all time. But Shannon doesn't want to talk about that. Instead, he pivots to, LeBron would have scored more if he had Luka setting him up when he was 25. That's not analysis. That's revisionist history, designed to protect LeBron's legacy at all costs. So let me get this straight. Dwyane Wade was a better teammate than Luka because Wade could play off-ball? Kyrie Irving was better because he could catch and shoot? Anthony Davis was better because he's a big man who sets screens? That's insane. And Shannon knows it's insane because just weeks later, on March 9th, Shannon completely contradicted himself saying,
You see what he's doing at 40.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine LeBron at 25 and 30, and he has a Luka that he doesn't have to worry about setting him up. He doesn't have to worry about running the offense. Luka can do everything that LeBron does, and LeBron gets to focus on just this.
Yes. Yes.
What do you think his numbers would have been?
So now Shannon's saying Luka would have made LeBron better? Which one is it, Shannon? Is Luka too ball dominant to be LeBron's best teammate? Or is he the creator LeBron never had? The answer is simple. Shannon will say whatever protects LeBron's legacy in that specific moment. When Luka struggles, Shannon emphasizes ball dominance issues. When Luka dominates, Shannon pivots to this would have helped LeBron even more. It's exhausting, and fans are calling it out. LeBron has been out since late October with sciatica, missing multiple games, and suddenly Luka has been unleashed. Without LeBron on the court demanding touches, Luka is putting up historic numbers, leading the Lakers to wins, and proving he doesn't need LeBron to dominate. And what does Shannon say? On March 27th, during LeBron's absence, Shannon proclaimed on Nightcap, "Do I think the Lakers can beat anybody in 7 games? Absolutely. Luka and LeBron can both take over games and give you 40 inches. Notice the framing? Luka and LeBron. Not Luka is carrying this team. Not Luka is proving he's the future. Shannon is still tying Luka's success to LeBron's presence, even when LeBron isn't playing. This is the same Shannon Sharpe who ripped Skip Bayless for questioning LeBron's injuries, saying, "You've never called into question when Tom Brady said anything. But when LeBron has an injury, suddenly he's lying." So Shannon demands we take LeBron's injuries at face value and never question them. But when Luka is thriving without LeBron on the floor, Shannon won't even acknowledge the possibility that maybe, just maybe, Luka is the reason the Lakers are winning, not LeBron. The double standard is glaring, and fans are done with it. One fan tweeted, "Shannon spent years saying LeBron deserves credit for making his teammates better. Now Luka is dominating without LeBron, and Shannon still gives LeBron the credit. Make it make sense." But here's the moment that destroys Shannon's entire narrative, and it happened just days ago. On November 8th, 2025, the Lakers played the Hawks in Atlanta. LeBron and Austin Reeves were out. This was Luka's chance to prove he could carry the Lakers alone without LeBron's help. And what happened? The Hawks, without Trae Young, Kristaps Porzingis, Jalen Johnson, and multiple other starters, embarrassed the Lakers 125-90. Luka finished with 22 points on 7-17 shooting. He went 0 for 4 in the third quarter. JJ Redick pulled him midway through the period with the Lakers down 90-65. And to make it worse, Hawks fans taunted Luka with Nico and Mavericks reject chants at the free throw line, a brutal reminder that Dallas traded him because of supposed conditioning and attitude concerns. So where was Shannon after this game? Did he hold Luka accountable the way he holds every other superstar accountable? Nope. Complete silence. Shannon didn't tweet about it. He didn't address it on Nightcap. He didn't go on First Take and question Luka's conditioning or leadership the way he definitely would have if this had been Kevin Durant or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Why? Because Shannon can't criticize Luka too harshly without also criticizing the Lakers, and by extension, LeBron's team. But here's the thing. If Shannon had any integrity as an analyst, he would have said, "Luka didn't show up tonight. He got outworked by a depleted Hawks squad. That's unacceptable for a superstar." Instead, crickets, because holding Luka accountable might make people question whether the Lakers made the right move. And Shannon can't let that narrative develop because it would undermine LeBron's final years in LA. And this is where we need to talk about the real story. NBA fans are done with Shannon's LeBron bias. After Luka's 45-point return to Dallas on April 10th, the game where he cried during the tribute video and then torched his former team, Lakers fans flooded social media with reactions. One fan wrote, "Luka, you the man. Nico needs to go into witness protection program after this." Another said, "This is the perfect scenario for Luka to come in, be the hero, and close it out." Notice what's missing from these reactions? Any mention of LeBron. Lakers fans aren't celebrating the LeBron-Luka duo anymore. They're celebrating Luka. Because they see what Shannon refuses to admit. Luka is the Lakers now. LeBron is 40 years old, battling injuries, and clearly in the twilight of his career. One Twitter user summed it up perfectly. Shannon Sharpe can't admit Luka is better than LeBron because his entire brand is built on LeBron being the GOAT. If he admits Luka is better, his career as a talking head is over. Another fan added, "Shannon spent years defending LeBron against Skip. Now Luka shows up and proves Skip was right about some things, and Shannon can't handle it." Even NBA players are noticing the disconnect. Over 150 players were anonymously polled about the Luka AD trade, and multiple players called it one of the worst basketball decisions I've ever seen from Dallas's perspective. But the flip side? Lakers players said it was phenomenal and so smart. Translation: the rest of the NBA sees what Shannon won't admit. Luka is a generational talent who's already on par with or better than prime LeBron. Let's talk about the comparison Shannon refuses to make on air. Luka at 26 versus LeBron at 26. At age 26, LeBron averaged 27.3 points, 7.0 rebounds, and 6.0 assists in the 2010-11 season. He won his first championship that year alongside Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh. At age 26, Luka is currently averaging 28.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 8.2 assists for his career. And this season, he's on pace to average 40 points per game, something LeBron never did in a single season. Luka's career playoff scoring average, 32.5 points per game, is higher than any single playoff run LeBron ever had before age 30. Luka led a team to the NBA Finals at age 25 with no other All-Stars. LeBron didn't make the Finals until age 22, and he got swept. But Shannon won't bring up these comparisons because they make LeBron look ordinary. And Shannon's entire career depends on LeBron not being ordinary. Back in 2022, Shannon said about Luka, "I think they are very similar. Out of everyone in the league, I think he probably reminds people most of LeBron for the simple fact he's a franchise-altering player, he's a future MVP of the league, and like LeBron, he is asked to do everything." So Shannon knows Luka is LeBron's equal. He admitted it 3 years ago. But now that they're on the same team, Shannon can't maintain that position because it threatens LeBron's greatest of all-time status. Here's the truth Shannon Sharpe will never say on television. Luka Dončić is going to retire LeBron James. Not literally, but symbolically. The moment LeBron hangs it up, whether that's this year, next year, or in 2 years, the Lakers franchise will immediately pivot to the Luka era. LeBron's legacy in LA will be reduced to the guy who helped recruit Luka. And Shannon? He'll have to watch as his GOAT becomes a footnote in someone else's story. Think about it. The Lakers' future is Luka, not LeBron. Luka just signed a potential 4-year, $229 million extension. He's 26 years old. He's got a decade of dominance ahead of him. Meanwhile, LeBron is battling sciatica, contemplating retirement, and openly talking about how "I don't have much time left." The torch is being passed, and Shannon hates it. Because if Luka wins a championship in LA before LeBron retires, the narrative becomes Luka finished what LeBron couldn't. If Luka wins multiple championships after LeBron retires, the narrative becomes the Lakers were always Luka's team. LeBron was just keeping the seat warm. And if Luka eclipses LeBron's statistical milestones in a Lakers uniform, the narrative becomes Luka is the greatest Laker since Kobe. LeBron was just passing through. Shannon can see all of this coming, and he's terrified. If you enjoyed watching Shannon Sharpe's LeBron bias get destroyed by reality, smash that like button, drop a comment telling me if you think Luka is better than prime LeBron, and subscribe because we're exposing the truth that mainstream media won't tell you. See you in the next one.